Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Same, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Today, we'll be talking something very important, and it's about what Hillary Clinton actually said. And you all remember that Hillary Clinton was the former United States Secretary of State. Actually, she is thinking that, I don't know, probably we have lost the things they did during her own time. And also trying to I think she was trying to gaslight people, telling them that you people do not know history, telling us that propaganda is not education. So what she is saying in essence that what we are reading or what we are seeing on the internet are not true about what is going on in the Middle East, right? And she went further to tell us that some of us are not educated enough to know the history of Middle East or know what is going on in Middle East. Looks like she has forgotten so soon what she did in Haiti and some of the monies they never returned back to Haiti and some other countries in Africa where they were doing funds and all that. And those people that were doing the funds never got the money. Now, let me talk about it. It looks like I don't know who is always trying to set her up and she always fall for it. I mean, somebody else should. You people should stop sending Hillary Clinton because she is not fit to come out here to say some certain things, right? And this is part of the media. They already know that they have failed because the media propaganda that they've been doing all these years has actually failed. So for that reason, she actually came out to tell us that we do not know anything about what is going on over there. Let's get into this.
Propaganda is not education. Propaganda, on whether it's TikTok or in the classroom, is actually the opposite of education. Anybody who is teaching in a university or anyone who is putting content on social media should be held responsible for what they include and what they exclude. And so much of what we're seeing, particularly on TikTok, about what's going on in the Middle East is woefully false, but it's also incredibly slanted, pro-Hamas, anti-Israel. And it is, not any place where anyone should go to get information about complex matters like what is going on there. Propaganda is not education. Propaganda, on whether it's...
Why don't you talk about how your brother-in-law and your husband has stolen over millions and billions of dollars from from Haitians? How they went over there and claimed they were doing a rice program. Come to find out, they wipe out and exhausted the natural resources of the people them in Haiti. Okay? We're the situation, and you see the aftermath. He gave them an apology after he was caught, but there was no type of compensation, rescue relief, or any aid or assessment. Look at Haiti now. They got more guns than receiving shelter, proper assessments. The people them are rampant and they're scared. Then the United States government have the audacity to say that they're doing cannibalism. When they're trying to fight for a revolution, they're doing a revolution right now. Okay? Then you come up with this titlement of the head leader of the gang calling him barbecue. Okay? What about the propaganda that takes place in the news media? And for you to sit there, why don't you talk about your husband and how you guys were involved with Epstein's projects? Okay? Going to his mansion and basically engaging into certain type of activities that I'm going to say allege. Okay? You hide for months because of that scandal. Your name, your pictures, your assessments is in the book, and also photographs of you and many of you high-powered elite. Okay, when you were supposed to be running this country. How about the time when you guys set up and assassinated Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, Bin Laden, and many others, and did not tell us the exact situation that happened? You guys used 9/11 as an excuse. Come to find out, everything was a setup. There was a movie director who basically solved the situation. Now he cannot even come back to America. He has to be in hiding. And if he does, he have to have bulletproof vests and an armed guard of security guards. Okay? You guys have a lot to answer for. You may not answer to us, but you have to answer to the highest power. Because right now, I'm looking at your face and you look like you're aging. And those are signs when you're feeling guilt. Okay? When you're feeling guilt, it starts eating you up inside. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, but I'm a person that believes in spiritual stuff. Okay? And moving right along, your husband is in hiding. He doesn't show his face there anymore. Okay? You guys made over billions and millions of dollars from stealing from people's natural resources alongside with the French and many people of the West and even people from other various parts of the place. You also are responsible for the situation in Congolese, in Africa, because when you was running a nation alongside with your husband, right, you guys was aware that Congolese was owned by mining fields. Then while you was in the Obama's administration, you had documentations that you was hiding, things on your report. Now Trump has said those type of things, and at first people didn't believe, but now we're starting to believe. During your husband's there was many presidents that was there before that had done a lot of sticky situation. But your husband, and then also yourself, when you were supposed to be the first lady, you was running the government too, alongside all the way to the Biden administration, and even to the Biden, Obama, and to the Biden administration. You're being an advocate for Biden's administration because we already know that you guys are a part of the Zionist connection. All right. Then you keep on saying about TikTok and everything. Everybody knows what you know. Everybody knows and everybody has substantial evidence. It's not no false statement or propaganda, okay? When you ruin millions of people in Haiti, okay? You can't even look at a fellow black or Haitian person in the face because you know what you did. Then you try to be smug and try to be narcissistic and have this nasty attitude when you know you did something wrong. And I'm referring to Hillary Rodham Clinton and also her husband, Bill Clinton. This was the same man when he was running as president. He was slaughtering this black woman, and her name was Sister Soldier, trying to stir the pot and make her look like she was like a Black Panther movement and trying to say that she's an enemy to the state of the United States of America. Come to find out, she was telling the truth, and that was over 30 to 40 years ago. She was telling the truth that how you don't see the inner city situation, the inequality and all that stuff that's happening and all the drugs and situation while you guys are populating the jail cells with black people in there and other minorities in there, which is the black and brown. And then she started talking about multiple things, but everybody ignored her. Even the black religious leaders had turned a blind eye against her, but she told the truth in the beginning. She said, this man is trying to make me a mortal enemy in my own country, which I'm born and raised in. But meanwhile, he just using me as a popularity vote so that he can turn around and be a rescue ranger for the black community. And all he did was use the black community. How about the time when your husband had the project in Harlem and was taking people houses in Harlem and lying and saying these houses were unpopulated and undepolated and everything? Then he put a certain community back in Harlem, which is the Anglo-Saxon European people, gave them a grant to reform the restructure, and all those Harlem residents should have got that grant. But he didn't give it to them because he was going up there making businesses in Harlem. Now, when you look around, some of the mom and pop shops are closed. Some of the places in Harlem are taken away and gentrified because that's what your husband did. Okay? It's the same thing what Obama did also too. All right. While he was trying to sugarcoat us with the health care, Obama was going to places in Africa and telling the European whites to go there and colonize over there, and turn around. Next minute, they started bringing all the children from Africa, talking about they live in poor homes and this and everything. And they were getting money. They were getting assessments and money, and he never brought that to the attention to the fellow Africans that wanted to go and be interested in there. And then he turned around and changed the whole Panamedical system. I want you guys to know what's going on, because these are the same people that's trying to stir the pot because they want Biden to be elected back again. Okay, so he can turn around and ambush and terrorize the place more. It's because of Biden's administration and also the Trump administration, we are now in $1 trillion debt. Okay, we are in a deficit of a debt. It's going to be the point that we can't even relieve this, and it's going to affect people that has homes, people that's pay rent. We already seeing with the food right now. They playing with the climate because guess what? There's shortage of oil because they're not getting the resources because the people that are in the Middle East are now starting to shoot fire against them. And then they notice that the retaliation of Africa and the retaliation of Haiti. So they're not getting the resources they want. I want her to tell the truth, but she could never tell the truth because she's coming and making excuses. Just like she's the one that said that Hamas was the one that attacked Israel. Come to find out there's no Hamas. So everything that came on in her life is a bold-faced lie. And to me, she needs to stop coming on television and telling people stuff. Because every time she's telling it, she's making more lie for herself. She already made herself a grave already. So she needs to lie in it. And this is the truth. And, for TikTok, when you put in people on community guideline, you remember we had something called the free speech. Okay, because just like how she's sitting there telling a whole bunch of lies, how come she's allowed to do it? But we're telling the actual statement and the actual truth. So when you have a mediation with this, look at all of this stuff because they coming towards you and trying to block TikTok. So you're turning around and trying to help the adversary and try to be an adversary to the people that are in the Black community and also to the creators that are Black by shadow banning us, making us have less views, and then also trying to make us look like we're just doing nothing but stirring hate. So you got to pick a side now because you look at the side that you're supposed to pick with. They're not helping you. Okay, they're not like us. Okay, just like how TikTok is not like us too.
So this is all from this video, and yeah, one of the reasons why Black people refuse to speak up when TikTok, this banning of TikTok, because TikTok has really been doing crazy shit, like crazy things to Black people. Their voices are being suppressed and the rest of it. So let's get into this video. The truth is that you do not expect Clinton to come out, that Hillary Clinton and her family or this thing to come out to accept all the horrible things they have done. And I heard that I was able to make research to find out all they did in Haiti. How did these people do all this? How do you people come out to say that you are supporting people collecting money or getting funds on their behalf and not distributing the funds to them? I mean, there are all these politicians. That's why I really do not trust anybody because most of them, they are going to tell you A and then they are doing C, which is way out of order, And the fact that they keep telling us that propaganda is not education, meaning that what we are saying is not what we are doing or what we have heard are not exactly how it is and all that. And we shouldn't remove or we shouldn't remove or put, from whatever we are trying to. But the truth is that we've really been able to see what has been going on all over the world. We've seen the ones you have done, so the one you did during the time you ran and after the time you ran, right? And the truth is that I don't know why they continue to put you at the forefront to come and speak because you always come out to face. So why do you always want to come out to talk? Because you really do not have anything good to talk, right? So it's more like telling us that we do not know history and we are speaking incorrectly about what is going on about we are, I mean, like what is going on in the Middle East. And while we are talking about what is going on in the Middle East, I am also talking about what is going on in Congo. So you all know that Congo is bleeding. And some people think what is going on in Congo is silent genocide. It is not silent genocide. It's been out there for a longer time. And we are going to keep shouting and screaming till they ceasefire. Now let's come back to this. And why do they always want to tell us that? I mean, we are always pro-Hamas and anti-Israel and all that. I mean, it's really amazing how they wake up to tell us some certain thing, thinking that we do not understand what is going on, or we are not seeing what is going on live and direct. I mean, they think their media, it's okay. Finally, they knew from last year and this year that their media propaganda has actually failed. So what they do, and all what they do is look for a way to cover up and the rest of it. But coming up to tell us that we do not hear true, or coming up to tell us that we are getting information for a complex matter in a very wrong place. I think you people are the problem, because people are already reading. People are already reading and seeing what is going on. They understand and they see what you people have been doing, till this very moment. What you all think that we did not know before. I mean, that was how they also used media to tell us that African Americans were this, African American were that. Not until we started making research to find out that everything they said were all like, and the same, they have the same way that they operate, the same way they told them was also the same way they told them about us, telling them that we will live with lions and the rest of it, and that we do not even like, all these stories, all these media propaganda, they are no longer working, and they are already beginning to understand that this is not working, and they are looking for a way to also poison people's, or change people's mind about what we think about them. But how do you want us to say the truth, and you want us to not speak up? We are going to keep speaking up, not until you all stop whatever that you all have been doing. And also, I am sure she's also part of the people. APAC has been giving check upon checks. You know what? See you all in my next video. Bye for now.